How's it going, everybody? We're back again on a lovely day for another episode of Too Fast 2 Duelists, our Speed Duel series on this channel, with my lovely co-host Dakota.
Hello.
Hello to you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I got my 3 cups of coffee. I am awake and I am ready to kick your ass today.
That sounds about right. I got out of bed. I took a piss and I just got online and ready to get my ass kicked. So this being a smaller channel, we do appreciate any likes, comments, or subscribes you're willing to throw our way. We do enjoy some engagement down in the comments. Anything you want to talk about, be it YuGiOh related, if you want to talk about any misplays you might have seen, anything you enjoyed out of the series or out of that specific episode, or anything you just want to talk about in general, we'll be down there. But with that being said, what this series is, if you are new here, this is a Speed Duel series where we have a wheel that consists of every skill in Speed Duel, and then we spin it, and each episode we take one skill from the wheel, and we have 20 minutes to build a deck around said skill. At the end of the 20 minutes, we come together for a match best 2 out of 3, and we see who built the better deck or who got screwed over harder.
True. Some of these skills, they definitely screw you over.
Yeah, I think I'm sticking with that intro for now.
Yeah,
because it seems to be very real, real.
All right, well, I took the spin, and here goes something. Haven't we landed on this before?
We might have.
Did I not?
It wasn't the episode that we lost, was it?
I'm not sure anymore.
Here goes something. It's a Jaden skill. This might be the skill I landed on in that episode that we lost.
Oh, okay. Well, you want to try it again?
This is your skill, buddy. Okay, here goes something. It's a Jaden skill. For activation, flip this card over when you activate this skill. And for the effect, once per duel, you can activate this skill at the start of your battle phase, while you control exactly one elemental hero monster and no other monsters. For the rest of this turn, that one monster gains 800 attack while battling an opponent's monster, and can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also, you cannot special summon monsters the rest of this turn.
All right.
Which well, I guess you could. I was going to say, I don't really know why that's in there, because there's no main phase 2 in Speed Duels. But I guess there are cards that would let you do that in battle phase.
Sure. Maybe they're just covering their bases just in case. I feel like there's times where, like, Konami, they just print stuff without thinking about the repercussions of certain cards. So they're just like, oh, we'll just put, like, some type of restriction on it, and hopefully that just covers all our ground.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so yeah, I guess I'm playing Heroes. Probably more specifically Blade Edge.
I think that's what I did. I focused on Blade Edge and some of the fusions.
Your card is Terror from the Deep.
That Mako.
Yeah, you're going to be playing Water.
So, Terror from the Deep is a Mako skill. For skill activation, flip this card over when you activate this skill. For the effect, activate this skill during your main phase while you control Kairyu-Shin.
Yeah.
Okay. When this skill is activated, you can activate Umi directly from your hand, deck, or graveyard. While you control Kairyu-Shin, all water monsters you control are unaffected by trap cards. If Kairyu-Shin you control leaves the field, draw 2 cards, and if you do, flip this card over.
That's a really good card.
Yeah.
It recycles your field spell, it protects your waters.
Protection. Yeah. And if it leaves the field, I get to draw 2 cards, and then I can use the skill again whenever I get them again.
The Legendary Ocean will actually let you make the Kairyu-Shin a normal summon instead of a tribute.
Okay, so we got Heroes versus Water.
Yeah, Jaden versus Mako.
Yeah, main character versus side character.
Neither one of them have a father.
Oh. Hey, that's not true. In the English version, Mako's father's alive. He's just missing.
Oh,
we gotta protect the kids from death. They can't know about it.
I feel like even in the English one, it's pretty much like a given that he's just dead. Man,
that's why we invented the Shadow Realm. The Shadow Realm didn't exist in the Japanese anime. They just die.
I don't think his father is Tom Hanks from Castaway.
I don't know.
All right, so yeah, these are 2 fairly interesting skill cards. Honestly, I think that you probably made it out better than I did. I've actually been waiting for this entire thing to go by to actually land on a Mako card.
Yeah, I like Mako as a character. And water is a fairly decent strategy overall, though I'm not sure what all there is for it in Speed Duel.
Well, you got
I guess we'll
Kairu
find
Shin.
out.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that card is, I'll be honest.
It's just a vanilla level 5.
Oh yeah, I can click on it. Vanilla level 5, 1800.
Yeah.
Wow, that's so cool.
The retrain
Why wouldn't
is...
it be like? Why wouldn't it be like legendary ocean or not legendary? Why wouldn't it be like legendary fisherman? You know, Mako's like ace card. That's also a level 5.
I don't remember if his other skill card has to do with legendary fisherman or if it's just like another generic. I can see it right here. Yeah, his other skill card is the world's greatest fisherman, so that probably is the legendary fisherman card. But with the new Speed Duel box, we're actually getting, I think, 2 more Mako skill cards. So yeah, he's getting a lot of love.
You know, he ain't getting it from his dad, so.
All right, buddy, I'm excited about this. You ready to get to the deck profile?
Yeah, let's get into it, buddy.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, so we are back after 20 minutes. I landed on a Mako skill this week, which means I get to play Waters. And if you've been following from Revision, you know that Water can have some pretty powerful monsters and some pretty easy ways to summon them out. So I searched across the 7 seas with Mako's dad, yes, he's alive, to find the best water cards to throw in my deck, and I think I've found quite a few of them. So let's get to the deck list then. I've got 2 copies to start of Levia Dragon Daedalus. This is one of my 2 boss monsters in this deck. He has 2600 attack. He uses a 2 tribute when Legendary Ocean is not in the field, but his effect is pretty nuts. So I can send a Face of Umi I control to the graveyard and destroy all other cards on the field, leaving just my Daedalus on the field for a quick 2600 attack. Suijin, you saw him use to great effect against me a few weeks ago in Speed Duel. He's another 2 tribute, 7-star water monster, and while he's face up on the field, during damage calculation on the opponent's turn, if this card is being attacked, quick effect, I can target the attacking monster, make its target attack 0 during damage calc only, so that would also cause a big hit for Dakota. Now, because it's Mako, I wanted to throw some Legendary Fisherman in here, but I decided on Legendary Fisherman 2, and I have 2 copies of him. So with him, he becomes Legendary Fisherman while on the field or graveyard, and while Umi is on the field, he is unaffected by other monsters' effects. If he is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect while I control it, I can add 1 level 7 water monster from deck to hand. So that lets me search out my Suijin and my Levia Dragon Daedalus. Next up, 3 copies of Warrior of Atlantis. He's a quick 4-star, so he's a normal summonable, and he has 1900 attack, so he's a good beater. And if I want to, if I don't have access to it, I can also discard him from my hand to the graveyard, add 1 Legendary Ocean from deck to hand, which gives me access to all my other powerful monsters easier. Next up, the skill card himself. I have 3 copies, of Kairu Shin. He's a pretty standard, I guess, level 5, 1800 attack normal monster. Not great on his own right, but it is pretty pivotal. He's pretty pivotal for this skill. Next up, 2 copies of Terror King Salmon. So he's a 5-star, but he has 2400 attack. Very high for a 1 tribute monster. But with Legendary Ocean, my next card, the skill, all water monsters on the field gain 200 attack and defense, and reduce the level of all water monsters in both players' hands and on the field by 1. So now, with that card, my Kairu Shin, my Terror King Salmon, and my Legendary Fisherman 2 all become normal summonable, which is very nice for me. 3 copies of Night Beam. I don't plan on Dakota playing very many trap cards, if any at all, because he knows that once Kairu Shin's on the field, I have protection from trap cards. But if he decides to set any quick play spells, this could come to haunt him. 2 copies of Floodgate Trap Hole, 1 in the side deck. You've seen this used before by both of us, mostly me, I think, though. It's just a good way to shut down a monster and make it a non-factor. Hero Emerges in the side deck. So if I, for some reason, have trouble summoning my Dragon Daedalus or my Suijin, I can use Hero Emerges to try to cheat them out, or anything else really if I can't access my field spell. The 3rd Floodgate, 2 Magic Drains. This is an insurance policy against Night Beam. So if Night Beam isn't working for me and he's only playing magic cards, whether he's setting them or not, I can use this to force him to discard a spell card if he wants the spell to still go through. And finally, we have Zoma. You've seen it used pretty much every week for the past probably 7 weeks. And for the extra deck, it's just a bluff, but he is water, so it's keeping in the theme. It's just 3 copies of Elemental Hero Mariner, just to throw him off a little bit. Yeah, that's my deck. It's water beatdown. It's very effective, and I expect a win out of this, nothing less. Let's go out there and get it.
All right, guys, we're back after 20 minutes, and yeah, we'll just see how this goes. So I landed on a Jaden skill that involves elemental heroes, so I'm only playing elemental heroes. I'm not getting, fancy with it, playing the evil heroes or anything like that. No destiny heroes, just pure elemental hero. For the card by card, we're playing 2 copies of Blade Edge. I can cheat this out by getting the Necroshade to the graveyard. I also have a poly target for this card. 1 Avion, just because I have a poly target for it. 3 Blazeman. This is probably the best normal summon of the deck. I can either on summon add a poly, or I can use the second effect to dump a hero to the graveyard. He becomes that monster's attribute and he gets the same stats. 1 Persinatrix, 1 Bubble Man, 1 Clayman, 1 Necroshade, 1 Wild Heart, and 1 Sparkman. Most of these are all in here because of certain poly targets that I need for my fusions. 2 copies of poly and 1 fusion recycling plant. This way I can either search the poly another way or just keep recycling it from the graveyard. Also, if I perform a fusion summon that turn, I can get one of the materials back. 1 Foolish Burial. I plan on just using this to get the Necroshade to the graveyard if I don't have access to Blazeman, or if I do have Blazeman, I can use his first effect to add the poly and then use this to dump the Necroshade for next turn. 1 Rhoda to search one of the heroes that I'm missing. Next, we're playing 1 Righteous Justice to pop spells and traps, along with the Spell Shattering Arrow. I wanted these 3 cards just because I know that he's playing a Legendary Ocean, and I want a way to remove it to make his monsters weaker. Also, I plan on destroying the Legendary Ocean so that he can't just normal summon big guys. For the side deck, we're playing 3 copies of Mass of the Accurse. If I can't beat over his monsters, I can at least just have them stay on the field and then they can't attack. And then during each of the standby phases, or my standby phase, he'll take 500 damage. And 3 copies of Night Beam. I would imagine that he's going to probably be playing back row cards to support his monsters and his field spell, so I just want to have answers for those cards. For our fusions, we're playing 1 Plasma Vice. It does piercing damage, and I can also discard a card to target a attack position monster to destroy it. 1 Nova Master. If it destroys a monster by battle, draw a card. 1 Rampart Blaster. I wanted to have this card in here just in case if I can't beat his monsters. Hopefully he can't beat this while it's in defense and I can still attack directly. 1 Dark Bright. It requires Sparkman and Necroshade. It does piercing, but if it attacks, it's switched to defense. But if it is destroyed, I can destroy a monster. We're playing 1 Flame Wingman just to do some additional burn damage, and 1 Mariner. So his field spell is actually going to buff this card. It's only going to be at 16, so nothing crazy, but he can attack directly if I have another spell or trap on the field. So my thinking is that I can make this card in game 2 or 3, and then if I get Mass of the Accurse, I can then make this. Now his monster can't attack. He'll keep taking 500 damage. Plus the direct attack from the Mariner, so hopefully it just ends the game very quickly from there. So yep, that's the deck. I like certain aspects of heroes, but I don't like the fact that there's no like 1 card starters really. You always need 2 to 3 cards to do anything with heroes, and there's no way to recycle your resources with just the hero cards themselves. So you can sometimes run into these situations where you commit so much in terms of resources to the board, and then if your opponent has an answer for what you put out, it's kind of just like game over from there. But hopefully I can just get the Blade Edge on the field. He has nothing but smaller bodies. I can then buff him with the skill card and then just run over everything. So that's the strategy. Let's just see if we can actually pull it off. All right, bud, here we are, game 1.
Game 1, buddy boy, we did it. How are you feeling?
Pretty good. I did some test hands. I think it at least had a variety of different options for me to try with each hand that I did. So, hopefully that's good luck for me.
Yeah, revision gave me a good foundation for what water's capable of, and a lot of those cards are in Speed Duel. So,
like Aqua Spirit, probably.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
All right, I got the die.
All right. Who needs a die when you've got skill?
You and your rock.
I'm gonna go second.
All right.
I will take the guard.
Let's see what I get. Let's just go ahead and we'll start with a normal summon of Blazeman and use the effect.
Ooh, that's fun.
Let's grab myself a poly.
I like it.
And I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Ah, you've got a full extra deck too.
Hell yeah.
All right. I see you. All right, we're gonna go stand by to main.
Typical.
And Kairyu-Shin.
All right.
I will activate my skill card then. So he's now unaffected by trap cards. And if he leaves the field, I draw 2 cards.
All right.
We're going to go battle.
Sure.
And I'm going to hit you for, it would be 800 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me do that buff quick. And I'll pass turn.
All right. I will draw. Let's go ahead and I'll activate in the draw phase Spell Shattering Arrow.
Wow.
Yeah. And we'll go to main phase. From here, what do I want to do? All right. We'll go ahead and let's normal summon Blazeman.
Okay. I've seen this before.
And I'll use his second effect to send.
Okay.
Just making sure I'm reading the card correctly. All right. So from here, let's go ahead and yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll send the Necro Shade. Oops, not the hand. There we go.
Okay. I see you. I see your game.
We'll go battle, and
You activate your skill?
I'll use my skill.
Okay. To buff him by 8.
Yeah, because he's at 16 attack, he goes to 22, right? No, 24.
Yeah, 24.
Okay, and I'll go ahead.
So that would be 600 for me. And then this will get set, and I can draw 2.
Yes. And I'll pass.
All right. Stand by to main.
Sure.
Okay, so Blazeman is back to normal now.
Yes.
I'm going to start with Legendary Ocean.
Okay.
And I'm going to normal summon Terror King Salmon. I'll proceed to battle phase.
Sure.
And let me get the
This is 14.
26. Okay. I'll pass to you.
All right, I will draw. We'll go standby into main. We'll just go ahead and I'll normal summon the Blade Edge.
Using Necro Shade's effect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna pass.
Okay. Stand by to main.
Sure.
I'm going to sack off the salmon for Daedalus.
Wow.
Declare its effect to board wipe.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. All right, buddy. Game 2.
Game 2. I'm gonna choose to go second.
Game 2. Okay. Taking this, not the setup, the card. I like it. All right. Well, we're gonna go stand by to main.
Sure.
I'm going to start with a humble set. Then I will activate Legendary Ocean. I will normal summon Terror King Salmon. And then I will proceed to the end phase.
All right, I will draw. We'll go standby to main. Let's go ahead and normal summon Blazeman.
Okay, which effect are you using?
I'm not using the on summon effect. Right now I'm
Right
now I'm just getting him on the board.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and use the second effect to dump.
Okay. Necro Shade, Blade Edge. What are we doing here?
With it, we're going to send.
Are you going to make him poly-targetable? Or should I shut my mouth?
We're going to send Blade Edge. And then
That's fine.
I'll activate Poly.
Oh, okay.
So I'll send this.
Is there a Blade Edge fusion?
There
I think
is.
there is. Wild Edge, right? Or no? Sparkman? Oh, wow.
Revision reference.
Well, I am going to floodgate that.
You stupid fucking asshole.
I let you have your moment.
Jesus fuck. I'm just gonna set a card.
Okay. Stand by to main.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Normal summon Kirshin.
Sure.
Activate skill. I now have protection from traps anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna go battle phase.
Sure.
I'm gonna hit you with salmon.
I'll activate the arrow.
All right. So, okay. You already took the 18 then?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just make it official. I'll hit that and then I'll end phase. Damn, really, dude?
I don't have anything, dude.
Damn. You know what I had in my hand anyway?
What?
Warrior of Atlantis.
Okay, yeah.
It was coming back next turn anyway.
Well, I mean, doesn't your card just let you do it anyways?
Only when it's summoned, and I already have one on the field.
No, I mean like your skill. You already have the Kairu Shin. You can activate it from hand, deck, or grave.
Yeah, but I already activated it when I had Kairu, and it stays activated until Kairu leaves the field. And I already had a Legendary Ocean on the field, so I didn't want to play it again.
True. Okay.
Plus, I had Warrior of Atlantis in my hand, so it was coming back anyway.
All I had was 2 vanillas.
Damn. Oh, if you had Poly, that'd have been good though. Kind of.
Not really, because you're just gonna kill it the next turn, and like this deck doesn't have like a 1-card starter. Like you need like 3 cards to do anything.
I think there might be some surprising choices in my deck. Your deck looks pretty spot on from what I expected. Okay, I did not expect Mask of the Accursed.
I side decked that card because I figured if I can't beat it, I can at least stop it from attacking.
Yeah, that's fair. Righteous Justice, I expected that. Fusion Plant, Poly, Rhoda. Spell Shattering Arrow is one I didn't actually expect, but it makes sense looking at it now.
Yeah, I figured if you were playing back row, like I could probably just push through it. As long as I keep you off the ocean, that's what I really wanted to do. I also sided out Foolish Burial because I saw it as like if I have Blazeman, but I don't have Poly, I could summon Blazeman, search Poly, and then if I have Foolish, I could just dump the Necroshade that way.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Rhoda just is a pretty good card for heroes. The card that I was referencing in game 1 was that I put Wildheart in my deck, but I don't actually have a fusion card for Wildheart. So, like, honestly, that just takes up a deck spot.
Is Wild Edge not in Speed Duel? I thought it was.
I think it is, but, like, I didn't have intentions on making it because, in my mind, like, Plasma Vice is better.
Yeah.
But this is exactly why I was always waiting to land on a Mako card, because you really see like the impact that his skill card has.
Yeah.
Like you can make these big guys, yeah, they're vanillas, but like you can make big guys as normal summons, and then like you can just play these other tech cards around everything else. Warrior of Atlantis just searches your field spell, plus your skill card just activates the field spell whenever.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the siding I did, I sided out 2 of my Night Beams for Magic Drain. Yeah. I figured I threw a Night Beam in there just to start because I know you probably weren't gonna play trap cards because of the skill, but I figured you might be setting some quick play spells. Like I know Offerings is an option.
Yeah.
So I figured like maybe you're gonna play some quick plays, so I'll have Night Beam to start. But once I didn't really see any of those, or at least you weren't setting them because you didn't set Spell Shattering Arrow before.
Yeah.
I just sided it out for the Magic Drains then, which didn't come up. But yeah, that was it. I had my 3 Floodgates, Warrior of Atlantis, Terror King Salmon, Kairu. That was all pretty mandatory, I felt. Levia Dragon was actually a last minute ad. I forgot about him for a while there. Suijin was a random ad, basically off of Legendary Fisherman 2, where I can add a level 7 water from deck to hand.
Yeah.
And in the side deck, I had extra ways to cheat out Levia Dragon and Suijin. Like I had hero emerges. But again, I didn't see a reason to side it in after game 1.
Yeah, I just think that this strategy is really cool because of how good the skill card is. You can really just get away with playing a very bare minimum engine and just have like so much room for like all these additional flex spots, whether it's back row removal or monster removal or like battle phase tricks, anything like that.
I originally ran 3 copies of Legendary Ocean 2, but knowing that my skill card could pull it from graveyard, I was like, I don't really need 3.
Is the C Stealth Attack available in Speed Duels?
I don't know.
Because if it is, like, that's a really good card to have in a strategy like this too, because on activation it activates Umi from hand or grave, and it makes any water monster that's level 5 or higher being able to automatically kill whatever it is it's attacking by card effect.
Oh wow. What's the card called?
C Stealth Attack. So it's just really versatile. I've played a lot with the newer Legendary Ocean stuff, like the newer Kairu Shin and the Jellyfish card. I know the deck's not great, but I don't know. Like I really like playing that deck. It's really cool. All right, guys, that's going to bring it into this episode. Thanks again for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, comment down below. We want to see your feedback. Also, hit the subscribe button. Stay up to date for more content just like this. We do revision once a week, and we do Too Fast, Too Duelists once a week, with the occasional Master Duel video as well. Cody, any closing thoughts on this?
Yep. If you're gonna play with water, make sure you always have somebody with you because it can be dangerous.
Don't drown.
Don't drown.
Like Mako's father.
Oh. Dad.
Daddy, no.
It's like, father. You gotta do that, like that weird anime power pose. It's like, father.
Daddy wasn't there.
Screaming off the edge of a cliff, and it's like thundering out. It's like, father, I will avenge you.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.
A hero's a hero, but not when I want to play.
I was gonna sing that. It was like, yes, hero save us. We're not gonna stand here and wait.